Good morning, class. Okay, so today we're going to learn how to cut and glue your UIL set pieces. So there's 2 pages. This is the first page, and I'm going to show you how to cut these out. If you look right here, do not cut these center lines. You have lines in here. You don't want to cut those. You're going to cut all the way around the edges for each one of these pieces. These are a little bit more complicated, so we'll get to that in a minute. First, I'm going to just cut these 2 out, and then I'm going to show you how to fold them. Also, on each of these pieces, it tells you what it's called. So let me get this cut out, and then I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And you need to be pretty precise. Take your time. This is not a fast thing. So we have this first one. It says 2 fold flat. Now it's probably backwards on yours, but it says 2 fold flat. It's because it has 2 sides. So you're going to fold it on that line. So you just kind of fold it in half. And the purpose of this is now that it should be able to stand up. So let's see if you can, I don't know, I'll have it on my phone. So it should be able to stand up like that. So these are supposed to be your model set pieces for you building a set device. So something like this can be used as a wall or as a door opening, or actually you could make it, put it on the floor and make it something else. So that's what all these different set pieces are going to be. But this is called a 2 fold flat because it's 2 sides. So now we're going to go on to the 3 fold flat. And again, try to cut it as precisely as possible. Don't leave too much out around the edges, mainly because especially on the bottom end, you want to be able to let it set. And if it's crooked, it's not going to stand up very well. Okay, so now you have the 3 fold flat. And now you're going to fold it on these 2 lines right here. These are the lines you're going to fold. So it's a 3 fold flat because there's going to be 3 sides. So you're going to fold those lines on both sides. And then you kind of open it up, and now it should also stand up on your set. Okay, so now it can stand up on its own as well. Again, you can use this as a doorway. You can use this as a wall, as a separation device. You can add stuff to this side if you want to, and so forth. But we'll talk about how to do your set design a little bit later. Mainly, I just want you to be able to cut out your pieces and to glue them correctly. So now I'm going to go to the second page. And this second page obviously has a lot more detail to it. So I'm going to use just this one for right now. This is the 4x8 platform, because if it was in real size, it would be 4 feet this way by 8 feet this way. Okay, so that's a 4x8 platform. This one over here is a 4x4 because it's 4 feet, 4 feet, 4 feet. Obviously, it's square. So I'm going to cut this one out. Again, you're going to cut all along the edges. Do not cut these off. You have to go all the way around the edges. So in those little creases right there, you're going to have to cut that little triangle out. You need to be very careful. So let me cut this out so I can show you how to glue it. Now, the good thing about this is you can go over this video over and over, watch it and pause it so that you can get each of these pieces done correctly. So I've gotten this much cut out. As you can see, I had to cut at the angles. You're following those outside lines, and then I'm going to cut this little piece out right here in just a second. Okay, so now I've cut both sides. Now I've just got to cut these little pieces out here, following the lines. So I like to cut a straight line and then a diagonal line. And then I go on to the other side and I cut another straight line until it meets with that diagonal line. And then you have this little piece cut out. Okay, these need to be able to fold. That is why you have to cut those little pieces out. So I'm going to do the other ones. And please take your time. We do not have to rush on this. We have plenty of time to work on these. After we work on just cutting out and gluing our pieces, I will be posting a play script for you to read. This is what we're going to use to create our set design. So I'm trying to find one that has really good descriptions of what the set looks like, but not too long. I don't want to get one that's too long. Okay, so now I have all of them cut out. Excuse me. So now you're going to take these tabs with the lines and you're going to fold everything on the solid line. So everything that has a solid line, you are going to fold. So first we'll fold these tabs on all four corners. Just fold those in. Okay, so you see now those tabs are folded in. Now we're going to fold on the solid lines. Fold everything on a solid line. So there's another solid line. You're going to fold that in too. You just keep going all the way around and folding those solid lines. Just like that. Now you're going to have a three-dimensional look. So what you're going to do is on those places that have the lines, that is where your glue is going to go. So anything that has lines, you're going to put your glue on there. You can use liquid glue or you can use a stick glue, either one, whatever you like, whatever you prefer to use. And then you're going to take that, it's got the glue on it, you're going to put that underneath the one next to it. So you're going to make a little corner. Okay, and you're going to do that to every single corner. Put a little glue on those stripes and fold it underneath the other side and go all the way around. See, and so it's glued together, and then you have your rectangle. Okay, so now it looks like a platform. It's three-dimensional. It can sit up. It creates a little platform there. Now again, you can use this for a variety of things on your set design. Okay, so that's what we're looking for on how to glue each of those pieces. So on that second page, everything that has those lines, that's where your glue is going to go, and it's going to be folded underneath the side that's next to it. So, and it also has the names again. So this is a ramp. So you know a ramp's going to be like this. So this bottom part is going to touch the ground, and this is going to be a little bit higher. So that's what's going to create the three-dimensional. Then you have these pylons. I'm going to do one of the pylons for you to show you how they are supposed to look. Let's do the 6 foot. You have 3 different size pylons. You have a 4 foot, a 6 foot, and an 8 foot. Okay, and again, you need to cut all the way around the edges. Do not cut those tabs off. You need those tabs. So you got to cut around the edges. And of course, the most important thing is you want it to be able to stand up on its own if possible. If for some reason it does not want to stay up on its own, once you have created your design, you're going to glue everything down or tape everything down, so it'll stay up once you do that. So mainly we just need to get them glued together. So as you can see, this is not fast work. I'm taking my time so that I can get it right. And of course, if you have other people in the house that like to cut, you're welcome to let them help you. Because hopefully you all have a pair of scissors somewhere in your house and glue. Hopefully somebody has glue. Don't want you to have to go out and get extra stuff. Okay. Now I've got my 4 corners cut out. And again, we're going to fold the tabs under on both sides. And then we're going to fold along the solid lines. Not just the long sides, but the short sides as well. Okay, then we fold these ends on both sides. And your tabs. Okay, now when you open it back up, again, you're going to put your glue where those where those lines are. Just a little bit of glue. You don't want to get a lot of glue because then it's going to be too wet. And then you fold it and pinch it for just a second while it seals it. Then do it on the same on the other side. Just a little bit of glue. As you can see, I'm folding it underneath, putting it behind that side. Now the purpose of these pylons is that it's supposed to stand up tall. That's why they're 6, 4, and 8. So they should stand up like this. Okay? Now, of course, again, you can use these in a variety of ways, but mainly today we're just working on getting them glued. If you wanted to use it for a bench or something like that, or a table, you can use these for a variety of different things. So when we get to the script, we'll talk about how we're going to use these different pieces. So I want you to be really creative when you're coming up with your set design. But the most important thing right now is getting these pieces all glued together. So what I want you to do is, once you've cut these all out and glued them all together, then I want you to have them all just sitting on a table or whatever. Just have them all sitting on a table. Take a picture of everything that you've put together so that they're all sitting together. And then we're going to, then you'll be able to post those pictures. I'm not sure if we're going to do it just by posting the pictures in an assignment, or if I may give you a flip grid to post it in there. So we'll see which one is going to work best as far as I just getting those pictures done. I may just have you submit those pictures in an assignment, because a flip grid is mainly so that you can look at each other's work. So when we get to our final design of your sets, we'll put that in a flip grid so that everybody gets to see everybody's creative ideas. So we will do that. But for right now, all I want you to do is make sure you have them printed out, cut out, and that you're gluing them together. And then when you have them all glued, take a picture of them, and we'll have an assignment place for you to post that next week. So we're not in a rush. Please let me know if you're not able to print out these pictures so that we can find a way for you to get these printed out in some way. So please let me know. Of course, if you have any questions, my tutorials are Friday mornings at 10:30, but you're welcome to email me, message me through Schoology, any of those kind of things. So please get started and let me know how it's going, and we will work through this together, guys. I really miss y'all. So I will see you hopefully in the tutorials pretty soon. Talk to you later.